Okay, today we're going to be installing the XS sight system on my Glock23 to see how well they fit. These are the 24/7 express sights. First off, you want to make sure that your handgun or the firearm that you're working on is unloaded. Always unloaded. Any firearm should be treated as loaded at any given time. Okay. Now squeeze the trigger. Then pull the slide back about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. Release the slide. Then it should come right off. Pull the spring out, the spring and rod. Now you pull the barrel out. Okay, using the Glock front sight tool, take it and place it in there. There's a very small screw, and just start turning it to the left, counterclockwise. Okay, eventually it'll come off completely off. Here is your little screw from the original sight. That one has got a rubber insert in there, so you just have to pop it out of there. Okay, you put those on the side. Then you take your new sight. It also comes with the small screw down here. Then you place that on top of your slide where it should go. And just so you know, it does have a little bit of a nipple there that protrudes through the slide in here when you place it in there, so it'll stay in place. You can flip it over. Now you can wrap the small screw. It's really a small screw there, so this is a lot smaller than the one that comes with the original sight. And I should be using some Loctite, the one that they provided with the sight. I'm going to put that on the side here, or get that tube cut out, and then we'll continue with our installation. Okay, and because that is screw right here that comes with the new sight, the XS, is really small, I personally gonna go ahead and apply the Loctite with the toothpick into the sight itself, where the little screw is gonna go in. So I'm just applying and putting a very small amount in there, placing that back on the Glock frame, and hopefully somehow try to get that little screw to fall in there. I'm not sure if the camera is catching all this, but did you get the idea? Because that little screw is so small, it's just gonna take some time in here trying to align it and place it where it should be going. It doesn't want to tip over. The screw head is so small, or the part where the thread is so small that the screw head is bigger, so it wants to continue to stay upside down. So anyway, gotta be able to tip it over a little bit there once, and then you can place your Glock tool and see if you try to screw it in there. Be very careful not to cross thread the threads, because if you cross thread them, then that's it, you're done. You ruined your sight. Boy, it just doesn't want to catch threads. It should eventually catch the threads in there and should work. Now, of course, I don't have a very steady hand anymore. And I know some guys out there make it look a lot easier than me here. Alright, there you go. It seems like I finally got it in there. Yep, it's nice in there. Okay, just snug it up nice and tight in there. Don't overdo it, because eventually you might want to take that out. I don't think the camera will catch that little screw there, but there it is. Here's your new sight. Looks like it's a little misaligned. There we go. And there I still have the old original rear sight. I'll be taking that out next. And I believe the whole idea with these rubber punches, so you can punch this old sight out with the hammer, just tap it out. That's what I did with my Glock 43, tap the old one out with that. I didn't have something like this, but I used something else, a rubberized piece of that I had in there, and punch it out. So I'll be doing that next, see how it works. Now, of course, on this new rear sight, it has two little screws down here that you have to tighten wet after you get it in place in there. Shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, I'm gonna retighten that front side a little bit more since I shifted just a hair to straighten it out. And it's in there. We'll be doing the rear side next. Okay, moving on with the rear side, and because I don't have the right rear Glock dual sight, what I did, I placed my frame in between the vise, also in between some UHNW blocks, pretty hard plastic. Make sure I'm not gonna mar up or damage my frame. So we're moving on, see how this works. I'll do my very best to show you here what I'm doing. So I'm gonna slide the rear side out and get it ready for the new side. See, there she is. She's coming out. Now also make sure that your rear side clears the block, whatever blocks you use, and if you use any. I'm assuming most people have the tool, which I don't. I can't afford to buy the tool right now, so I'm doing it on the cheap side here. Yep. Once you go part of the way, it should come right out. Here is your old Glock rear side. Put that on the side, and here comes the fun part. Also, make sure that you put the the mark on your new sight towards the back, towards the rear, the part that you're going to be using to aim. Right, so oh wow, this one's sliding a lot easier than the other one was coming out. Anyway, there it is. Now I'm taking the little punch block that they gave me, or pin, slide the new side in. Sorry if you can't really see everything that I'm doing. I'm doing my best to show you here. So now what I'm doing, I'm gonna, because this side, the rear side, is just a little bit shorter than the other one. The other one was pretty much flush to the outside of the frame. So I'm gonna split the difference on both sides. So it looks like I went over just the hair. Backing it out just a little bit. Well, it looks like that's pretty close right there where it should be. Now with the supply little Allen key, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten down the two screws that are up here. I mean, wiggle it in there until you feel that it locked into the Allen key screw in there. But there is not much to secure it or tighten it to. It's already bottomed out. Now I don't know how they get these screws, if they get them from the bottom up or from the top down. So anyway, looks like it's pretty even. You can always go back and readjust it if it doesn't shoot the way you want it to. There it is. Now I know that without the proper tools you kind of have to rig something up, and see, this is what I did here. My frame kept sliding off and on these blocks, so what I did, I folded up some duct tape, placed it on the UHW blocks. That way the UHW block stuck to the frame and it wouldn't slide up and down. I know that that's not the way you should be doing this, but without the proper tools, guys got to think of something to get that stuff done. I know I left a little discoloration there. It should just rub right off. There it is, Glock23 XS sight system. This is the 24/7 express sights. I'll do a shot in the dark and see how well they glow. So there you have it. That was the installation of the front and rear sights on the cheap side. After installing your sights, XS sights, the only thing left is to put the gun back together. Okay, here's what it looks like. I hope the camera is catching the detail of the sight. Okay, so we're going to put the barrel back into the slide. The spring and the slide guide rod back on. Okay, and then we'll put the slide back into the frame. And all you got to do is line it up, slide it all the way in. It goes right back together. Do a test. Squeeze the trigger. Working fine. Resets, not a problem. Pretty nice sights. Okay. I'm gonna put all my spare parts and these old Glock sights back into this plastic bag for safekeeping. Well, I hope this helps somebody make a decision whether they want to go through with those XS sights. Very easy to install. As you guys can see, not a lot of issues with it. Okay, that's it guys, and like always, thanks for watching. Okay, so these are my XS Glock sights glowing in the dark. The camera really doesn't catch all the detail and how well you can see him. But anyway, just a quick shot of the glow in the dark.